Tensions between the US and China are escalating once again over military support for Taiwan. The US has authorized significant new arms sales and military assistance to the self-ruled island, drawing sharp condemnation from Beijing. Here's more on the latest development.
US President Joe Biden approved $571 million in military aid for Taiwan. This includes spending for defense materials, services and military training, as well as $295 million in arms sales. It follows a similar $567 million package authorized earlier in September. The Chinese were swift to condemn the act and warned the US to stop arming Taiwan. Beijing issued intimidatory threats describing the action as playing with fire. A Chinese Foreign Ministry statement read out on state broadcaster urging the US to stop arming Taiwan and stop what it called dangerous moves that undermine peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait. Beijing maintains that Taiwan is an inalienable part of its territory and has vowed to bring it under its control by force if necessary.
中方始终按照相互尊重、和平共处、合作共赢的原则看待和发展中美关系，同时坚决捍卫自身的主权安全、发展利益。我们始终认为，新冷战打不得也打不赢，对华的遏制不明智、不可取，也不会得逞。
Meanwhile, Taiwan has welcomed the military support, with its foreign ministry expressing appreciation for the US's comment to Taiwan's defense. These military moves came on the heels of other major US arms sales to Taiwan this year, which amounts to over $2 billion in transaction. Beijing has strongly opposed by conducting military drills near Taiwan in response. As tensions rise, the US continues to reassure Taiwan of its defense commitments, while China warns that any further escalation could lead to severe consequences.
European leaders have gathered in Lapland to address some of the continent's most pressing security challenges. In a meeting that brought together both northern and southern EU nations, Russia's ongoing aggression and the growing issue of illegal migration were declared a major threat to European security. No more on this and what the leaders of the West collectively agreed on in this next report.
European leaders gathered in Saariselkä in Finland to address pressing security challenges, including Russia and the onslaught of recent immigration. The meeting brings together leaders from Northern and Southern Europe who agree upon common values that security and migration were key challenges faced by European nations. Finnish Prime Minister Petteri Orpo emphasized the need to secure Europe's external borders, particularly Finland's border with Russia, which he called an external EU and NATO border.
It was very useful to deepen our understanding of one another's perspectives. We have increasingly aligned on key issues. On the security situation in the north, I have stressed over and over again the fact that Finland has 1,340 kilometers long border with Russia, which is an external EU and NATO border. It's longer than the road from Brussels to Rome. Securing that border and responding to challenges such as instrumentalized migration is an existential question for Finland and for other EU members.
Inspired largely by concerns over Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Finland became the 31st member of the NATO military alliance last year. Sweden, Europe's western neighbor, joined NATO in March and iterated on its ideals that a strategy of peace through strength will be essential moving forward.
Russia's war of aggression remains the top priority for us and for the European NATO countries as well. Peace through strength needs to be the dogma, needs to be the idea when we go forward. And this specific week we have also taken steps together to constrain the Russian shadow fleet I think even further measures against the fleet are needed to be able to protect our coastlines and target the Russian economy.
Both countries renewed their understanding of the deal in light of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni issued a call against migration being assigned the status of a security threat. She warned that failure to defending borders jeopardizes the Union member nations' freedoms.
Over the years, tackling the issue of illegal immigration solely as a solidarity-based debate was a mistake, in my opinion, as this matter is precisely a matter about security.
EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas echoed these concerns, collectively viewing Russia or any criminal organization bringing illegal migrants as threat to NATO and EU members.